Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Natalie. I am playing with, we're going to make a little Christmas card. It's going to be a nice and bright Christmas card using the Inky color by Paper Rose. This is, think about your alcohol ink backgrounds made easy. And some of these I don't think I could do. So I'm really loving this with the orange and the pinks and the the blues and the purples. I'm really loving that. So we're going to use that today. This Christmas card is going to be for a friend of mine who really likes her nice bright colors. I'm a little bit more softed. I don't do a lot of bright colors. So this card is going to be for her. So alter this to your liking. This is the hanging bauble with a Santa. This card does go off on a little bit of a tangent because I'm going to do things. I'm going to show you, but I'm going to try and cut it short so you can see what happened. Looking back today on this card and doing this voiceover, I don't mind how it was going, but in the day, I did not. Now, my friend's not much of a pink person, so we're going to see if we can hide that a little bit. In the end, we're not going to do too much hiding. I decided the Santa needed to be a little bit more bolder, a little bit more just stand out. So we're going to stick this onto the back of it just to raise it up. This is going to work really well. Now, there's only one layer. Of course, you can do 2 layers, 3 layers. I tend to like 3 layers as well as my top, to give it a little bit more of dimension. But in this case, it was there and I thought, let's just use it. It's going to work out well because when things go a little bit pear-shaped, I have a buffer. I've poured in some salvage patina and some speckled egg, and we're going to sponge the background of this bauble. This is the part that I'm not really going to be in love with. As I said, I don't mind it today, but on the day that I made the card, I wasn't too keen on it. I am going to work on a diagonal sort of pattern for the lightest being up in that center, the top left, sorry, and the darkest, working down to the darkest. So what's been happening in my life? Lots of things. We've had 3 people in the state in the course of about 2 weeks break bones. Thankfully enough, they're all fine. So not good, but you still got to go. Oh my goodness, that's 3 people. Like, there's my 3. There's my 3. Thank you. Move on. Okay. But they're on the mend. They're up and mobile, and they're all on the mend. 3 completely different broken bones. I have splashed a little bit of water on this to give it some interest in the background, but I've already told you where this card's going, so we're going to just ignore that little part. We are also getting ready to put our house on the market, which is a scary thing. I've been in this house for 22 years. My babies grew up here. So we've moved their 3 roses. Let's get back to that in a sec. This is the Simple Dots embossing folder for just a little bit of interest in the background. I'm just trying to figure out here where to place everything and not liking it. And I don't mind that. But now, but back then, no, thank you. No. So I've pulled him off. We pulled out their 3 roses. Unfortunately, it does look like that after all these years, 2 of the roses have not made it, which is extremely sad. The one rose that always struggled, he looks relatively happy for a change. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I will probably bring those back in and I don't know, maybe get new ones. We'll just see what happens with the whole scheme of the new house. I have trimmed this down, and I've got a piece of black cardstock just to see whether that makes a bit of a difference, because I was struggling because bright colours are not my thing. It's so not my thing. The black I've trimmed down to 14.1 by 10 centimeters. The white with the simple dots is 14.1 by 9.7. And this is pretty much the largest vintage label that is in the set. The sentiment is from the Crisp Christmas. Say that fast 4 times. The first one that I cut a little bit short. I will use him for something, so I will keep him, but I've trimmed off another one just to make sure he's a little bit deeper, like a little bit wider, and you can see his words really well. Glue that down. All these pieces are relatively glued flat. I say that because, of course, the embossing folder has given it lots of dimension. I've got a little bit of twine from my stash. I do need to source some more of this because my local craft shop is going out of, well, she's retiring. So sticky tape that down. At the time I was a little bit concerned that he was going to move up and pull up, but I'm going to glue him down so it's all good. It all works out. And you can see how much there I've left of the speckled egg, which isn't very much, honestly, and I didn't rip up too much at all. I think you call it fishtail, the ends. You know, words are hard sometimes. Words fail me. It's just coming up to 9 o'clock in the morning and the brain has not kicked in. So we're doing a little bit of fishtail, and I made one side a little bit too long, so we trim him up. And it's almost done. The card is almost finished. Now, if you like what you see today, please hit the subscribe button for more. I do a lot of colouring with the odd, die cutting and bits and pieces. Also, make sure you follow us over on Paper Rose. My name is Natalie Perry Walsh on Instagram. Over on Instagram, I meant like Paper Rose. Follow Paper Rose on Paper Rose. That don't make any sense. I am using a fair bit of tape here just to get around the twine. Usually I'll do about 3 and that's about it, but we're going to get around the twine. So yeah, follow us over on Instagram and also Facebook, and that's my card for today. We're just going to add a little bit more. This is a glazed pen. Now I really like this. It has a little, when it dries, which dries pretty quickly, it has a little bit of dimension to it. I'm sorry, that's a little bit out of focus. I think someone's played with my camera bits and pieces, the focus, but that's it for me today. I hope you're well. Take care. Talk soon.